Hey Libra, I'm hoping that you're doing well. So let's start with the overall message that I have for you, and it starts with the affirmation card. My work is loving the world. And we also have the tarot card, the Hangman. So I see this as your love is motivating others. Your love is also your superpower. So, like, the Hangman energy has this energy of sacrifice, right? Or of being in the supporting role, which you're good at, right? Since you are the partnership sign. But also, there's a sense of being working behind the scenes. And for some of you Libras, you've done the work, you've worked behind the scene. Because what happens is that if you do not go within, you are going to be missing out on a lot of opportunities that are meant for you, right? Like, this is what I like about astrology. It kind of tells you, and it's not only based on your sun sign, of course, you have to look at your whole chart. But overall, let's say for a sun in Libra, at this point, I'm not really focusing on the house, but you should know the house significance and characteristics and how Libra applies there and how this would help you to really be able to zone in and see how you can maximize your potential there. Okay. And of course, Libra ascendant, that that would be also, that would apply to you at this point since you are Libra in the first house. But I'm talking about, like, the Hangman is showing that one too, right? And before you are even able to step out into the world and show them your hand, or even being able to connect with others and being able to provide some assistance, you have to be able to provide assistance to yourself, and you need to be able to know yourself as well. Okay, and that's very important. That's very important for you because you work closely with that Scorpio energy, right? For some of you, it is in the second house, but it doesn't really matter. Like, if you are a sun in Libra, that next house will have Scorpio in it, right? And it deals with hidden matters, and it deals with intentions and buried emotions, and it deals with things that you people don't really want to share the eighth house with other people, right? Except for when we're talking about sex. And even sex is a whole other level of connection that we don't talk, but there's something that is being communicated. And if you're not aware of what's being communicated, you could be communicating the wrong message, or you could be connecting or attracting people that you no longer want to be with, people that you no longer want to connect with. And I know the affirmation card says, my work is loving the world, but I see this more as a healing. Um, like, you are in a healing position to heal the world, right? I know you have that, Venus sign where it looks like it's a big ass. Well, first the Venus sign looks like a mirror, right? So the reason why you would be like you are called to help people is that you see yourself as others. So there's a sense of not having any filters because you're able to understand everyone to a certain extent. I understand that I may not do what you do, but I may understand where it's coming from, right? And since you're very logical, you're looking for the reason why, and not really for you to be judging people technically. But again, because for some of you, maybe you were wearing a mask, right? Because there's the other aspect of loving the world or loving the people around you and wanting to play this role that would, allow for everybody else to stay emotionally safe, right? Of not wanting to trigger other people. I am sorry about that. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So, like some of you, like in the past, or maybe even now, you might have been wearing like different masks for different kind of people just so that you don't have to trigger them about being who you really are or showing them that true face that you have. But it's going to be a process that's going to need to be done because you are a valued member in the world. Like, that's your work. Your work is to be connecting with other people. And the reason why is that your love, I said, will motivate others. Okay? You're like, when they're going to be able to see you step out into the spotlight, being who you are and being true to yourself and being authentic, you allow other people to look at themselves in a different way. And right, you represent Venus, the goddess of love, and start loving themselves. They need to start accepting and loving themselves. And once they do that, then that's going to transpire in their lives as well, in other aspects of their life, and they are going to thrive. Okay, so let's get into the reading. That kind of took, it was a bit long, but I just wanted to, because when you go with a major arcana like the Hangman, sometimes you just need to break it down because there's so much energy that comes into it. There's like the past, the present, future, the people that have affected you throughout your life, your ancestors, and it even talks about the future, especially for some people that do have um like Aquarius energy in the 12th house. That's like it gives you a different perspective about how the past, the present affects your future. And if you stay in a situation that's not really helpful, then what is that going to say about the future? Are we just going to repeat the same thing over and over again? So there's a sense of doing, having to do the work so that you can be in a better place because it's for you and then it benefits other people. Okay, so let's go with the overall message. What is the overall message? We have the Six of Cups. Okay, interesting. So the Six of Cup energy is usually about the past, okay? But right now I'm kind of seeing it about your day-to-day activities, right? The sixth house. And since for some of the Libras, you do have Pisces energy in the sixth house. So what's great about it is the artistic nature that takes place, or that has to take place in your daily activities, or really being in touch with your emotions. That's why you have to open up and not really lie to yourself, because um, I feel like you're cheating on yourself almost. You're cheating yourself of great opportunities. Like once upon a time, some of you stayed in a situation because of, like it says, familiarity, due to comfort, right? And probably you felt like this position would position you into the next stage of your life, and you'll be able to achieve your desires. Okay, that could be in any situation, whether it's a job situation, a career, a project, or any type of relationship. I felt like you feel like your desires will be met if they're like some of your desires have been met in this situation, but you feel like you're staying in there because you want more out of it. Okay, also the Six of Cup energy has to do with kids. So maybe some of you, your job is have needing to connect with kids, and probably the type of job that you have connecting with kids is more so to teach them. Are you teaching some of them to swim? That's cool. Okay, some of them are swimming teachers. Others of you, when it's related to a relationship, you want kids in a relationship. Um, but I feel like this is like the stage of the relationship where everything's going well. It's the honeymoon phase. Okay, it's the honeymoon phase. And we're not really sure about what the other person wants. Or I feel like there's a sense of not knowing what the other person wants. Okay. Also, I see that we have the sun and the knight of cups for this six of cups energy. So for some of you, there will be an offer that will be coming to you that which is going to make you very happy. But for others of you, you are thinking about that specific offer because I feel like you are in a position that's actually very good to you, right? You're trying to figure out like, should I end this and go for something else? And I feel like for some of you, it says yes, right? Because of that sun energy, okay? And I'm not here to like push anybody or tell them what to do, but I feel like maybe the way that the offer has presented itself, it's kind of showing you all of the good side of it, like all of the positive, all of the pros. Or maybe other people are actually telling you that, like, I feel like you need to do this because this is the best position for you. You will have those benefits. So I feel like you are kind of tempted to go toward that situation because it has some good benefits. But you are loyal. You feel comfortable where you're at this point. So you're not sure if do I expand in where I am or do I attempt to go in a different direction and possibly be more happy. I'm just saying. Because the sun and the Knight of Cups, that's an important offer. Okay. And the sun is a very positive card. So what's the focus in this situation? Okay. So you're trying to figure out what to do here. You're taking your time. You're trying to figure out, how do I feel about this? Okay. What's the focus card? Okay. So the focus card is the Ten of Cups. Another positive card. That's amazing. And it kind of goes back to the sun energy. But anywho, the reason why you actually want to stay where you're at, and maybe for some of you it has to do with having to move city, towns, even country, is the fact that you're very close to your family. Or you're a very important member in a knit community. Same thing, like maybe in your job situation, you are loved by everyone and you love everybody. So it's like what's important to you is you vibing well with the people at work or in your career. I'm repeating career because it's giving me that thing about job career. But of course, when talking about a relationship, I feel like right now the message is leaning toward somebody that wants to have a kid. And I don't know if you're trying to have the talk with someone about like, well, it's going so well, we're in the honeymoon phase. So once we actually go toward the mundane aspect or the more serious aspect of the relationship, how is that going to be? Or you just want to have to talk about, like, well, this is what I see, or this is what I want, this is the direction that I want this relationship to go in. And what's actually clarifying that is the Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like right now you're a little bit in la la land, and not in a negative way, because even though you haven't had to talk with this person, you feel like this person is actually pretty reliable. Like they're giving off reliability vibe, loyal vibe, serious vibes. So you feel like there's a lot of hope in that situation, okay? And some of you, I don't know if this person is like an earth sign energy, but they are helping you feel grounded, right? There's an energy of feeling grounded, feeling like renewed on a physical sense. I don't know if this is about sex. If you feel it's possible that the sex makes you feel renewed. That's pretty good. Um, I feel like even though you're kind of going with your emotions about it, or with your feelings about the decision, there's a sense of also being practical, the need of being practical. And it's like, are you hoping that this person is going to be sticking around, or that they're going to want the same things as you do? Or is that all in your mind? So, what's the positive aspect of this situation? Red Libras, the Three of Pentacles. Hmm. The Three of Pentacles as a positive card energy. Well, it's about cooperation. So, I feel like it's kind of giving you a preview of the future, which is pretty good. A preview that maybe you're gonna have a kid with this person, and you're going to be pretty close. But also, I feel like the type of relationship that you're gonna have as parents is that there's gonna be this cooperation energy, this helpful energy, this trying energy that's gonna allow you to give your family what you need. I also feel like you'll be moving into a neighborhood that's going to provide you with the help that you need, like the town, the city. I feel like it's going to be like a win-win situation. Okay? So again, we have this Page of Pentacles coming out, and the High Priestess card. And again, I feel like there's a sense of predicting the future here, or giving you a glimpse of the future. And the Page of Pentacles, again, we're talking about the identity of a person, but reliability. So for some of you, I believe that this is going to be a new person. The High Priestess right now is telling me that this is going to be a person that you do not know. Like, you're thinking about all of the things that you want in this relationship, right? And in this career project, and even job situation. Maybe some of you, like, at work, you actually are working, like, even though you love your job, I feel like you're working too much, and you might need to delegate, so you might need help. And maybe you thought that, no, I want to keep this, like, I feel like there's a sense of you wanting the staff to remain the same. Like, but everybody have their own role to play. So I feel like there's a sense of you needing to add another member to the group, right? Because this person will be very beneficial to the group, and I feel like they are going to trigger some type of change. It's going to allow you to connect. I don't know. Connect how? What do we mean by connecting? I feel like it's going to lead you to a turning point, which is going to make you much more happy. I feel like everything will be organized in a way where you'll be able to give other people time off, or you'll be able to take time off, or maybe you're actually are actively looking for someone to be working at your job just so that you could be relieved of the extra work that you have to do. But again, related to a relationship, I feel like what you want is going to be with someone that's unknown. It's a person that you do not know. Okay? But for others of you, again, because the Six of Cups do talk about the past, so it could be that somehow that someone wants to be part, they want to be part of this, I don't want to say relationship, right? But I feel like somebody wants to help you start something new. So, is it possible that this person was not there for a while? Like, because we're talking about a past person. Is it possible that they were not there and you were fantasizing about the future with this person, and now that they are coming back, but they're coming back at the Three of Pentacles, and it's good. It's good because it is a helpful energy, a cooperative energy. It's just that they're at the three compared to the 6 and 10 that you are willing to go, or that you are at on an emotional sense. So, like, there's a sense of kind of being flexible and going with the flow, but there could be a question as to, if you're giving the other person that chance, how is that going to go? But for others of you, there's a new person that's gonna make you very happy, and you'll have what you actually truly desire in this relationship, and you'll be able to expand into a family unit like you want. What's the negative aspect of the situation? Okay. Four of Wands. How is 4 of Wands negative? Okay. Well, is somebody pinning, is somebody trying to pin down a married person? Someone that's already married? Someone that's already in a relationship? Someone that's already have kids? Is this who you're fantasizing about? Let that sink in for some of you. Are you actually fantasizing about having a relationship with someone that's married? You're a grown person, you know what you're doing. So, again, this is not the judgment channel here, but where is that going to lead? Indeed. Well, according to the cards here, someone is going to stay married, and you'll stay the third party situation. And the reason why you are in this, the reason why somebody stayed in this third party situation is also for monetary reasons. It's not only for the sex, not only for love, but it's also for monetary reason. So yeah, some of you are living a comfortable life. Some of you are getting a lot of money out of this relationship, even though that person is married, or some money. But is God like nudging you on an emotional sense? So that means you're not really like being forced out, unless the tower comes out as the advice, which would be funny. But I feel like some of you are in a situation where you are a third party, or you are part of a third party. Like, spirit is kind of nudging you toward what you really want, because if you stay in the situation, it is going to stay the same. It is going to stay the same. But then for others of you, I feel like you're going to be meeting someone that has the potential for it to go the long haul, even though it's a Three of Pentacles. So I feel like the Three of Pentacles is talking about new, not old, unless this old person has changed his whole mentality on how this relationship is supposed to be, right? And this person is wanting to, I feel like there's a sense of wanting to help you achieve your dream. The Four Wands energy in this sense. Somebody doesn't want to get married. I feel like you're gonna find out for some of you once you've had the talk. Oh my, okay, I'm sorry. I'm not even looking at my cards. What's underneath that is a tower. So sorry. The Hermit and the Tower. Oh my god. Some of you are gonna let go of a relationship, of a job situation, of a project. Because for some of you, that tower is positive, because again, I said like there's gonna be like situations that are going to be assets to you, especially if it is in a job situation where they'll be hiring people that's going to relieve the load for you. So you won't have to like rush everywhere. Sorry. And feel like you have too much on your plate. It's like, oh, I don't want to hear this phone ring. Oh, I don't want to see this mountain of papers in front of my face anymore. Like with the Hermit, the Tower is like, I have time to think. But for some of you, you're going to say no to the old. And you're going to prepare yourself for the new. I feel like that's what this is. Yeah. If some of you didn't discover that you were part of a third party, you will. And I feel like indirectly, once you actually are being honest with yourself, and you've decided to focus on what you really want, somehow things will be shifting in a way where the truth will be revealed around you. The truth will be revealed in the relationships that you are in, right? And it doesn't matter if it is romantic or not, because there's a sense of you're gonna realize who's actually should stay, who should be part of your tribe and who should not, right? But there's a sense of you looking at a situation from a logical perspective, like, well, you know, if I leave this situation, then I don't have that anymore. So there's a sense where you're kind of looking at it that way, even though you already know you need to leave. What's the advice? I feel like with the four wands energy too, it's like somebody's not really ready to get married. Like you're not really ready to get married right now. You preparing yourself to be in a mental situation, emotional situation, spiritual status to be able to come into union with someone. But in reality, like I feel like you're fantasizing about it, but you're not really ready to be married at this point. It's either you or someone else. So there's a delay. Like for some of you, the marriage card is not negative. It's just a delay on that part, and the delay is the fact that you're still at the beginning of discovery, or you're still at the beginning of a new relationship. Discovery means like you realize that something is not good for you anymore, or there's no reason for me to stay if things are remaining the same. So what's the advice here? Advice. We have the three wands. And I heard like as expected. As expected. So for some of you that are in the honeymoon phase, there's a sense of not needing to rush the situation. Okay? Like there's a sense of needing to enjoy the moment, enjoy the now. And they need to get to know this person. At first, it is going to be superficially, but if you're having sex with this person, I don't know why we should know each other as deeply as possible. So you don't waste time with this person. And when I mean waste time is like, so you know, you're not aware or you're not paying attention to the red flags that are presented to you when they do show up, even if you have that, colored rose glasses, like when you see it, you see it. For others of you, 301s means that you're going to be looking elsewhere. You're going to be looking elsewhere because you believe in yourself. You believe that you should get the best that there is. So if the current situation is not giving you that, then there must be other places that will provide you what you want and need. Okay? And others of you, you are giving the pass and let it go. But then you have to look at it through new eyes. There needs to be new solution. You can't be falling back to treating this person the way you were treating them before, or having to bring back, like all of the things that were in the closet, all the things that they did wrong, all the things that you know that they're ashamed of, that where you bring it all up on the table, so that you say you did this, so you better not do this again. This person already doesn't want to do this again. So there's a sense of needing to look at this relationship as if it is new and give it wiggle room for it to grow the way that it needs to grow organically, but still be, the right people. Still be the right people for each other and for yourselves in this relationship. Okay? And for some of you, because you've actually took matters in your own hands, right? Because we did see the heart, I did see the hermit in the tower card, where you're like, no, I'd rather wait for something better. I'd rather just say no to this. Well, something else is coming. Like, you people, the ones that are looking elsewhere. I know that the 301 seems to be like a flexible card, a card that seems to be unsure, but it's a card about expansion, and it's a card about, you know, waiting for your ships to come in because they are coming. Three of Wands is a card that proclaims that they will be coming in as well. But some of you are gonna have to look over your expenses, because there's a reason as to why you've stayed in this situation. You got very comfortable in the relationship, whether it's a work relationship or it's a relationship with another person. You got really comfortable with the lifestyle that you were leading, and once you have to rely on your own, you'll have to do an about face, or you probably will have to do some type of a budget, look over about your money, probably get an additional job, or for now just look at what you have right now and see how that can be allocated to the things that do matter in your life, and how actually the 301 talks about expansion. So maybe because you were so focused on outside help, you didn't realize that you have all the help that you need. You are the help. Okay, so I'm just gonna add another affirmation card just to expand on the advice and the information that has been provided to us today for the Libras. But overall, I feel like the Libras are doing very well. Okay, so let's read it together. Hopefully, you can see that. Infuse your life with actions. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Make your own future. Make your own hope. Make your own love. Okay, so if you're interested in this affirmation card or any like it, I will have the link in the description below. And I wish you a great week, weekend, month. We'll talk soon. Bye, Libras.